I wanted to give an update, to the story out of Birmingham, Alabama. We have Mama's Gifted Hands. You remember the brawl that happened over $50, right, with the braiding? Well, there's a sister that was in the video, the one that she was being held hostage, literally, for $50 by those three women. I want you to check out what she had to say, but I really want to get into those charges that those women have. Let's go ahead and check that out.
I just wanted to get my hair done, and I wanted to go home.
For Jessica Odom, it's not the hairstyle she'll remember. It's what happened after the appointment.
I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
I don't care.
Let my hair go.
I don't care.
She says she walked into Mama Gifted Hands expecting a quick appointment and walked out shaken, confused, missing a piece of her hair and holding a video she'd never dreamed she'd need to record.
I looked in the mirror. I loved my hair. And I went in my purse, I grabbed the $200 in cash, and I gave it to the braider. She started speaking in their language, which I don't know what ethnicity they are, but she went over to the owner, which they refer to as Mama, and she gave her the money, and then she hopped up and she was like, no, this is $200.
Odom says everything started normally. A few texts, a clear plan, and a $200 agreed upon price.
Let my hair go.
We cannot leave you because
I'm finna sue you, bro. I'm finna sue you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot you too.
I said sue.
But once the stylist was finished, she says the tone shifted. Odom says suddenly the stylist demanded more money, and that's when everything changed.
She told me to just give her $30 and I could leave, or if not, go sit in the chair and we'll cut the hair out. I said, you're not cutting my hair out, and I'm not giving you anything extra. I paid you your $200. I'm leaving. She was like, no, you're not leaving. So she turns and she locks the door.
She says she spent nearly an hour struggling with three women, calling police as she tried to get out.
Yeah, record me. I know. I said, you can take.
We went to the salon for their side of things. They declined to comment. Birmingham police say they're aware of the video and detectives are reviewing the case.
Charges will be pressed, and I am filing a lawsuit.
Now, that video was taken before the women were charged. But we know the women was charged with first-degree kidnapping. They were immigrants here in America, and also third-degree assault. But the question I have with this, the mentality. And like I said, we've seen this mentality with a lot of immigrants, a lot of Asian immigrants doing the exact same thing. We've seen the African immigrants doing the exact same thing. It's like they never experienced money before, and they have the scarcity mentality. Now, you leave your homeland. Come over here. And in your homeland, they don't believe in mass incarceration. The African continent don't believe in that, okay? I'm not saying you won't go to jail, but they don't just look to mass incarcerate you. They don't. So you leave your homeland where you don't have mass incarceration, come to the land of mass incarceration, and I know these things are done in your homeland. So you bring in the culture that you already had over there, over here. And not studying the culture and the laws over here. Okay, you act this way about $50 and say, you know what, just give me 30 then. You held it for ransom for $30. That's what you wanted after all that, $30. Okay. You get a charge, all three of you. You get no bail. You know why you get no bail? Because of the kidnapping charge. If it was just a little fist fight, it'd be no big deal, right? But the kidnapping charge. And then you're in the state of Alabama, of all states. If you had any common sense, you probably would have went to New York somewhere. Not to say you won't get charged with something in New York, but New York City is a little bit more friendly to immigrants than, let's say, the South would be. Let's just call it what it is. That charge carries 10 to life. So you left your homeland, set up a braiding shop. You agreed to $200. When the woman finished, you say you want $250 or you're not going to let her leave, and then you say $230. You did all of that to get a charge that if you convicted, you'll get 10 to life. All that immigrating, all that mess you went through, and for what? For, in the end, $50. So now you're sitting in jail for $50. You held a woman locked in for $50. That was not a good choice. And then you got a lot of sisters making videos, talking to Sister Jessica here. And a lot of the sisters are saying, well, see, we told y'all not to be going to their braiding shops. We told y'all. But y'all don't want to listen. The sisters will keep saying that. Listen, I don't get my hair braided, so I can't relate to that. But I can listen to what the sisters have to say and see certain videos. And then, you know, when like I said before, when a lot of sisters were saying they was going to boycott, everybody was copping pleas and saying, you know, oh, well, and I'm not saying every African shop is doing this. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it's a customer service issue. And y'all need to learn customer service. If you agree to $200, then that's what you honor. If something changes before you do that, before you do the service, it say, hey, you know, I quoted you for synthetic hair, but human hair is going to cost $50 more. Do you want the human hair or you want to keep it at the synthetic price? Then at that point, it's her choice. She may say, nah, keep it at synthetic. I'm good. But y'all put human hair and didn't tell her about the $50 upcharge. That's on y'all. And expecting her just to go pay for it. That makes a person feel like they're getting hustled and scammed. And nobody want to get scammed out here for your money. Bad customer service. You understand what I'm saying? Bait and switch. And then you want to fight and hold her hair and lock her in. That is so dumb. You're facing 10 to life, 10 years in prison to life behind that. Well, I guess you'll be braiding hair in prison, I guess. But you good look at holding their hair and doing that in prison. You're gonna have a whole different awakening in the jail. I just for the life of me, I can't understand that. All for $50. And the crazy part is the woman gave you the $200 in cash. So it's not like she didn't even pay you anything. She paid you what the original agreement is, and you still acted a fool. That's the silly part. So you get convicted, you deserve it. If it happens. Next time when you're behind, tell your family when they come over here, learn the laws, learn the culture, and don't be acting like that for $50 when you had $200 sitting there. If anything, he's like, you know what? I put human hair in, but hey, just give me a good recommendation. But next time you come in, if I do human hair, I'm gonna have to charge you the extra $50. You know what you would have said? I know our people are like, oh shoot, man, thank you. I mean, you know, I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. And then hit it with the $250 next time. You don't sit up there and attack people because you messed up in pricing. That's not how we get down over here. That's why I've told so many of them, leave that culture you got at the door. But when you bring in a bunch of different cultures, that's what happens. That's the get down. But they're going to learn the hard way. And a lot of them better get some act right because they're going to be sitting in jail with them as well.